Hi, I'm Atto Bolden. Welcome to another edition of Inside Athletics, brought to you by the IAAF. Now, when you see the Ferrari 458, you know what it's about: speed and performance. My guest this week is no exception. He hails from Grenada. His name is Kirani James. 2 years ago, that small island had never had a world or Olympic champion. They now have both, thanks to him. I sat down with him in Eugene, Oregon. Kirani, welcome to Inside Athletics.
Thanks. It's good to have you interview me, man.
I've been wanting to do this for a long time because I was with you in Grenada in 2011 after Worlds and all the celebrations that happened down there. You know, I remember your uncle coming to me in Trinidad, your Trini uncle. And he said, yeah, I see what's going on in the landscape now, but I have a nephew in Grenada. You have to understand, I hear this story all the time. So I was like, yeah, you have a nephew in Grenada. And then, as you know, I saw you at, I believe it was World Youths. And immediately I knew. There's so many people, though, that never make that transition from junior to senior. And yet, here you are, 20 years old, literally at the top of your event. You feel like you can attribute that to one or two specific things?
You know, I think it's how fast an athlete matures, you know, and when they get to realize, you know, the opportunity that they have to do something very positive for their family and their country. You know, so a lot of athletes, you know, after the World Youth Games and the World Junior Games, they kind of, you know, take a step back and lose their hunger. You know, but that wasn't the case for me because, you know, I had a lot of great people around me to help facilitate, you know, and for me to keep my motivation going. And, you know, I have to, you know, say thanks to them for really helping me and guiding me along the way so I can do what I'm doing right now.
I feel like that's maybe the most amazing part about you, because as far back as I can remember, you have always had this sense of, this is not just about me. And I know certainly a lot of athletes at 18, they think it's all about them. What do you think that's, why do you think that's because?
You know, I mean, to me, it never is about you. You know, I think the last person you should think about is you. You know, when you have so many people, you know, looking out for you and hoping to see you do good. You know, in my case, my country, we're only 100,000 people.
110.
You know, and you know, I can go on record and say that we are the most proudest people in the world.
Absolutely.
You know, every time something positive happens to the country, you know, we take it to the extreme, man. You know, we really take it to the extreme. And that just shows you how much people really care and how much they want to see the country, you know, move forward. You know, and I'm just happy to be a part of that and to, you know, do that through athletics.
How did you handle that pressure, though? Because, as I said, being there in 2011, I remember having to tell people literally on the street, will you all stop talking about this world record? It's rough enough being his age and having to face this Olympic final pressure. How did you deal with that pressure? Did you go into that Olympic final in London feeling like I have to race against the 7 guys in the race, as well as bear the expectations of this country that had never won an Olympic medal before?
You know, when I really, you know, sat down and had time to really evaluate the whole thing, I didn't really see it as pressure.
Really?
Because I know, you know, once I go out there and compete to the best of my ability, you know, Grenadians are going to be proud anyway.
Right.
You
so
know,
you had no pressure. It wasn't a pressure to deliver gold. It was, as long as I do my best.
Exactly. You know, because like I said, we're very proud people, and any small positive thing that happens, like I said, we take it to the extreme, and you know, we really sometimes we go overboard. But that's fine. You know, but you know, like I said, it wasn't no added pressure because I know that, you know, Grenadians are proud people, and once I go out there and do my best and just put Grenada out there, you know, they're going to be proud of that.
Because you've accomplished so much in your event, you've literally won everything there is to win in your event. You've been World Youth Champion, World Junior Champion, NCAA Champion, World Champion, and Olympic Champion. But you're still so young. How is it that you keep yourself going? Is it just the competition and the world record? What is it that still drives you to get up and go through what is extremely difficult training?
You know, it's everything. You know, probably the first thing is going out there and representing my country, you know, and making them feel even more proud. And, you know, just being around the right people and that helps you stay motivated. Also, the competition helps you stay motivated because, in this day and age, track fans, they look out for consistency.
Yes,
they don't want to, see an athlete for 2 years and then everybody's wondering, oh, what happened to him, And I don't want to be in that category.
Right.
I want to be consistent. I want to be a household name for as long as I possibly can. If you look at our event, you look at what Michael has done.
Oh yeah.
He's been consistent for so long. You look at Chris Brown. He's
right.
always in
That's
there.
Right. He's been there forever.
And he's always going to give you his best shot.
Yes.
So, guys like that, I really try to model my career after in terms of their longevity.
I want us to talk world record for a little while. I saw your Olympic final race with the rest of the world, sub 44 for the first time. But your race in Shanghai, right, the 44:02?
Yeah.
I looked at that race and I said, okay, now I feel like this is somebody who is capable of seriously taking a shot at the world record, because you looked so easy doing it.
Yeah.
The time of the year that you did it, and I think also the fact that when you take into consideration your age, because one thing you understand from Michael is that it takes a while to figure out this event.
That's true.
Has there been any one race, regardless of what I think, has there been one race that after that race you say, you know what, I can start to really think now about what 43.1 or what 43 flat will feel like?
Even after the Shanghai race, we still weren't too caught up in world records.
Right.
We were, as soon as that race was over, we start talking about consistency.
Right.
Because if you, like, I go back to reference to Michael again, he was consistent,
very consistent, yes,
before he broke the record, and he broke it when he was what, 31, 32?
30, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, and I'm only 20, so I still got 10,
years
11 years to really figure out things.
Yes.
But it just, to me, it just shows and indicates that I'm on track to do some great things. But like I always say, it doesn't guarantee anything. I still have to stay level-headed. I still have to listen to my coach. I still have to take the competition as seriously as possible. I can't be focusing on the world record and not be focusing on the guys that I'm competing against that are very, very hungry.
That's right.
We've seen it today at the Prefontaine meet. So I mean, it's still something we don't think about too much. I mean, we do, but we're not obsessed with it or anything like that. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But often now we just focus on being consistent and just trying to get to that next level.
Well, Kirani, you are one of the brightest young stars in this sport. I have been just thrilled to see what you've done for the Caribbean and the island of Grenada. So I wish you continued success, my brother. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
All right. Kirani will be competing all over the globe in the Diamond League Series, and of course you can catch him at the World Championships this summer in Moscow, Russia, as he attempts to defend his 400-meter crown that he won back in 2011. If you'd like to reach us, we are on Twitter at InsideATH, on Facebook at facebook.com/World Athletics Club, and via email insideathletics@IAAF.org. We had a lot of fun making this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on Inside Athletics.